Okay, so imagine like a telephone, right, that can do everything that a telephone can do, but also, bear with me on this, it's a bit complicated. Inside of the telephone is like a whole computer game, or like a sort of imitation of a computer game, at least. Apparently, that's the kind of technology we have in 2021. The future is here, and it's incredible. Look at this. I can't believe it. This is a mobile phone. So this is Crash on the Run, of course, and I thought I would take this opportunity to play it a bit and have a chat about it, and maybe a few other things that I think I probably need to address because it's been a while since I did. I do kind of get the impression that some people genuinely think I'm dead, so I want to clear that up at least and show that I'm not. So I have been playing this a little bit. First time I played this was I want to say about 6 months ago-ish, during the beta. This is the iOS version. I'm playing this on my 2-year-old iPhone 8, and it runs pretty well, considering the phone doesn't always run that well anymore. So I got into the iOS beta about 6 months ago, I think, and I played that up until it finished, and then they opened up another kind of last minute iOS beta. Oh, there's a rainbow over here. I don't think I've noticed that before. Like a couple of weeks before the game came out, and then they released the game early for us, and I think maybe just anyone who pre-ordered it like a year ago when that was an option. So yeah, I have played it quite a bit. I'm up to 85 gems, which I think is more than halfway through the game. So I'm doing pretty well. I think it might go up to like 150-ish. But yeah, the next person I've got to fight is Scorporilla for some reason, even though I think it's a she. She was the first boss in the game, but now she's back because I guess they ran out of enemy characters to use, so they started recycling them. I think I have enough stuff to beat all of these guys and the boss in one go. I do wish they'd show you like a list of all the things you need, all the weapons you need to get through all of these, because otherwise you have to kind of go through them all and add them up and be like, I need 6 of these green bombs, I need 1 of these blue guns and 2 of these green bazookas, and then you go somewhere else and they all need, like this one needs 3 blue guns, so you got to kind of add them all up, and the further you get into the game, the more weapons you need for each enemy, so it gets a bit complicated. Anyway, I think I should be able to do that all in one go, so that'll be fun. And I think I will be eligible to unlock Barrett. Yeah, I should be, which I haven't seen anything of. I haven't seen anything from the levels that I haven't unlocked yet, so I'm quite curious to see what Barrett's like, because I can't imagine it's that different to Snow Go. You may have noticed here, some of these levels are not going to refill for 2 days or something like that. That is because I broke the game a little bit. I cheated a bit. You may or may not be aware that you can just change the date on your phone or the time to some time in the future, and any of the stuff that you're waiting to like make in here, or any of the levels to unlock again, that'll just happen. For some reason, the game runs off the time on your phone rather than connecting to some server somewhere, even though it's obviously got a lot of online features, including this nice little button, which will give you an advert for Candy Crush every time you press it, which is a fun little feature that I wish more games would have. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend setting the time forward on your phone to cheat your way through the game, because it can break a few things. For example, these events here, there was a launch party event that started just before the game came out and finished, I think, yesterday or today, or like immediately before this one started. Because I skipped ahead a few days, I skipped to beyond the point where that event was due to finish, and it ended for me, and I was no longer able to get into it. And I was also blocked from accessing the teams feature and the leaderboard and all this stuff. So I was quite pleasantly surprised when I opened the game earlier for the first time since that event actually ended, and I learned that my team that I created actually came 5th in the leaderboard, because last time I'd seen it, I think it was at 12th, and there was only me and one other person who'd never played the game in it, so that's quite exciting. And then I discovered that there are actually now 30 people in the team, which is amazing, because I thought I was gonna come on here and say, oh my god, I've got no one in my team, please come and join it. I don't need to do that anymore, because we are hyperactive, we are number 2 on the leaderboard, and I don't know what the prizes are for this. How do I find out? Here we go. Nitrous Crash, that sounds fun. 100 crystals, that'd be cool. So yeah, I don't know how all these people found my team, which is just called but they did, and they've got us to number 2 already in the current event, so that's pretty cool. I went on the chat as well, and there has been, there's more as well. There's been a lot of chat going on since I was last able to access this. They're speaking Spanish. All of them are speaking Spanish, and I think I should probably blur this out, because I have no idea what this conversation is, and it's a private conversation, so I shouldn't show it publicly. Someone's mentioned me there. I don't know what they said. I appeared and just said whoa when I saw that people had been messaging, and then people responded to me. Someone said, please kick the players with 0 trophies, which is a good idea, I think. That may mean I have to kick myself at the moment, so I might wait until I've got a few trophies before I start doing that. Vegan Magikarp, what a great name. I don't know who any of these people are. Anyway, I might do some of these survival runs later. But yeah, the fact that we ended up coming 5th in that event means I got this chicken skin, which I thought I wanted before I actually saw it up close, and now I'm not so sure, but I'll give it a go. It's got a couple of bonuses in. I've mostly been using this, the blue hyena, because it gives you 2 masks at the start, which is always useful. But I mean, I'll try this guy out and see how I feel about him. I haven't bought any other skins or anything like that. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. I mean, some of these look pretty cool, but god. I like this one actually, but I'm not going to spend 400 crystals on it. I mean, how much is that in money? Maybe 20 something dollars. These are Australian dollars, and I think the $160 vault here is about I think it's £100 in like real money, which is, I mean, I think you could probably buy a phone that could play this game for £100. So I haven't spent any money on any of these. I don't intend to. I'd be quite interested to see to know how many people have bought stuff actually with real money in this game. But I don't plan to. Anyway, I should stop dicking about and try and kill some of these guys. Let's do it. So yeah, some of the collection levels I can't actually get back into yet because they don't reset for another couple of days. Oh my god, look at this guy. Chicken. I'll give it a go. I might switch back to the hyena because I like having the protection. But yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from Bear It because here we go, I'm going to start getting some trophies. Like in Crash 2, it is, apart from the way you get through the level, the environment is very similar to the normal snow levels like Snow Go, but this is, I feel like this interpretation of the Snow Go theme is actually, it's a bit more like something you get in Crash 4, I think. What's that level where it's one of the snowy levels that's in like a... Ow. Oof. Okay, I just, I suddenly had the most excruciating cramp that I've ever experienced in a couple of my toes on my foot, and that led me to my death. So I'm going to try this again. That was good. I'm not sitting in a very comfortable position, but I have changed my position now. So yeah, as I was saying, I can't remember what the level's called. I think it's the second snow level, and the third one actually as well, Bears Repeating, where it's kind of like a Cortex base combined with a snow level. That's more like what this is, or like the Iceberg Lab or something from Twin Sanity. So maybe Bear It's like more of a traditional snow level. I don't think I'll get to ride Polar in that level. I haven't seen any of those future levels yet, but I feel like I would have heard if that was a thing that you could do in this game. So, I mean, there's stuff to indicate that at some point you'll be able to like ride the jet board and fly a jetpack. So, I don't know. I'll find out if I can beat all of these bosses without my foot folding in half because of the way that I'm sitting. Oh, I should also mention, I don't think you'll be able to hear any of the sound from this game, because I can't. I don't know if it's an issue with the game or just my phone. Hang on, I gotta get that XP bonus. It might just be my phone, but yeah, like, it seems pretty 50-50 whether or not any audio will actually come out of this game, and currently I don't think it is. So, apparently this game's got a really good soundtrack. I haven't really heard any of it because, oh, here we go. Uka Uka's the next boss. That's pretty exciting. Inferno Bazooka. I wonder how many days that'll take to make if you don't cheat. But yeah, like, oh, fucking Candy Crush. Most of the time when I'm playing games on my phone, which I don't do very often, to be honest, but when I do play games on my phone, I'm normally like watching TV and just doing this in the background because I need to do something else while I'm watching TV or I get bored. And if I'm not watching TV, then if I'm out somewhere sitting on a plane or something, then I mean, I haven't done that for a while. That's probably a stupid example to use, but if I'm playing on my phone and not watching TV, I'm probably listening to music on my phone instead. So, you know, I really haven't heard much of the soundtrack. But if it doesn't work, then I'll put something else in that I'm sure will be equally good. So yeah, I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings about this game. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's a shame, kind of, that so much, like, I think they did a great job with this game, I should say. I think, like, the attention to detail and, like, how deep they've dug for some of the characters they've included and the references they've made. I think that's really impressive, and it shows a lot of dedication to making something that the fans will enjoy and appreciate, which is something that you don't need to do with a mobile game. You know, a free game, millions of people are going to play it no matter what. It doesn't have to appeal to the hardcore fans, but there's a lot of stuff in here that does. Like Mr. Crumb and all those other obscure references that kind of resurfaced when CTR Nitro Fueled was a thing, and everyone was asking for the most obscure characters possible. So I can't fault them for that. I think maybe some of the decisions they've made to include characters like Mr. Crumb before others who have played a bigger role in the series, I think that's, I'm not too sure about that, but what I think is a real shame is that it feels like they kind of wasted all that energy on this phone game. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could have made, we could have had another brand new console game. Fuck off, Candy Crush. Like, I don't know, whatever Wumpa League was supposed to be. I'm going to go back to the hyena. I appreciate all the people who joined my team to help me win this skin, but it's terrifying, and I want these masks. Bonus. I don't know if I'm explaining my point very well, but I kind of feel the same thing with Nitro Fueled. Like, they really, not as much as this as they did with this game, as it turns out, but they dug deep with that one as well. They brought back a lot of old characters. They did a really good job of saying, yes, we kind of rebooted the series, but also all these old characters haven't been forgotten about. Here you go. Here's what they look like now. Here's what they look like if we remade them again and call them fixed because you didn't like the face of the first version. But then, I just feel like all of that time and energy and research and all the effort they went to recreate those characters, I would have preferred to see that in like a proper new game. I mean, I love Crash 4, but when you compare it to a CTR Nitro Fueled and this game, it does feel a little bit lacking in its love for the rest of the series. Do you know what I mean? Probably not. I should probably stop trying to explain anything I'm talking about. But I mean, while I'm here, 20 trophies, I'm doing pretty well. I will actually say something about Crash 4, because people keep asking me about it. So when the game came out on the Switch a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, I did a couple, 2 or 3 or 4, quite basic, oops, I wasn't paying attention, quite basic, I'm going to watch an advert. Is this fucking Candy Crush again? Oh my god. Is it yes. Why is everything Candy Crush? Jesus Christ. If those adverts work, do people actually go onto the App Store from those adverts and download the game, and then watch another advert while they're playing that game and download that game? Crash 4, I did experiment a little bit when it came out on Switch with modding it. I did a few things, just because there were some things that I wanted to see if I could figure out how to do, and then I did figure out how to do them, so I thought, I think this might, these streams are more dangerous than they look, these projectiles leave behind. Yeah, I thought people might be interested to see those things, so I thought I haven't really done anything like this for a long time. this will hopefully remind people that I'm still around. And also it kind of, I think it meant that I was the first person to do anything like that with that game, so that's always nice. What people keep asking me is, am I going to mod it on PC as well, and like forget about the Insane Trilogy and all that stuff? The answer is, I don't think so. Fucking Candy. I think I have got enough stuff to get all the way through this. We'll find out soon enough. No, I mean, I haven't bought or otherwise acquired Crash 4 on PC. I'm really not a PC gamer for a start, but also like the difference with Crash 4 is because it's Unreal. I mean, it's been out for a couple of days. It's already been modded to shit. I've seen people kind of importing levels from Sonic games into it. I've seen people playing as Mario in it. All sorts of crazy shit that would have that would take years to do with the Insane Trilogy. And like I don't see how I would be able to do anything interesting with that game that no one else can already do. You know, there's loads of people, thousands of people, who are well experienced in modding Unreal games, and I am not one of them, apart from the few things that I learned from experimenting with the Switch version. So I'm not about to move to that game. There's loads of other people who are going to be doing that, and I'm excited to see what they can do, but I don't expect to ever really play the PC version of that game unless something happens with it that I think is really interesting. Like if someone does what I was doing, where they make like Dingo Dial playable in every level, but they like rework it, they modify the level so it's actually possible to finish it, then I might be interested, because I fucking love Dingo Dial. But until then, no, I am still gonna stick with my niche of the Alchemy games, you know, primarily the Insane Trilogy, and I am still doing that thing, oops, that wasn't very good, with the level editor. I know I've seen speculation out and about in the world that I've had some kind of cease and desist regarding that, and like that's the reason why I'm banned from Twitter as well, which isn't true. I've still not had any communication from anyone at Activision about that or anything else. The closest I've come to hearing anything from anyone at Activision is when I got invited to the beta of this game from King, which I believe is an Activision subsidiary, but no one has contacted me specifically and asked me to stop anything that I'm doing. And I also didn't get banned from Twitter because of that GIF of the pelvic thrust dance. That was not what happened. I have talked quite extensively in the past, back when it happened, about why I got banned from Twitter. I have continued to attempt to get unbanned, but as of now, about 6 months later, I still haven't been able to get a response from anyone, either at Twitter or Activision or at the company that actually got me banned in the first place. So I don't really know what my next move with that is, but I am still on Twitter on a different account. I'm very easy to find, and I'm still tweeting occasionally. So if you care about anything I have to say, then you should be able to find me pretty easily. I'll put a thing somewhere in case you want to find me. But yeah, no, level editor, it's still something that I want to do. I really haven't had a lot of time to do it recently. Real life has been quite busy. Like this right here, right now, me playing this game and having this little chat that I'm trying to have, it's like the first time I've had the chance to sit down and do something like this for quite a long time, because my schedule's been pretty busy. And if you happen to know whereabouts in Australia I'm living, then you'll probably understand why now is one of the rare times when I do actually have quite an empty calendar for part of this week. But yeah, no, it's not cancelled. I haven't been told to stop doing it. I have no intention to stop doing it. It's still just as close to being done as it was the last time I talked about it. I just haven't had chance to do the last few things that I want to do with it. But hopefully that will change pretty soon. Whether or not I actually make anything with it myself is a different question. I mean, I keep kind of flip-flopping with how I feel about this, because like initially I was like, oh, I figured out how to do this stuff, and I don't think I'm creative enough to be able to do anything interesting with it, so I want to make it easier for other people who are creative to be able to... Hang on, let me concentrate. I want to get those trophies. I want to get to... I'm at number 2 currently. I want to get us to number 1. I haven't been pulling my weight with this team so far with this event, so I want to get to the top spot this time. But yeah, initially I was like, I just want to make this so that other people can make cool stuff with it, and then there'll be cool stuff for me to play. And then I was like, well, actually, I think I might have an idea of something I could do with it. Why don't I? Oh, fucking Uka Uka. It is I who is the strongest, and it is evil that will ultimately prevail. Okay, well, we'll find out after a Candy Crush advert. It kind of... you have that really threatening bad guy, like one of the iconic villains of the series, giving you a really aggressive speech like that, and then you get an advert for fucking Candy Crush, and it kind of ruins the tone a little bit. I don't care about that. It looks like I don't have enough stuff. Hang on, I need to adjust my foot again before it falls off. Oh my god, I just realised who these enemies are. Holy shit. I know these guys. Which one of them was Mark Hamill? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Although he doesn't... I thought Pyro had like a flame coming out of his arse. Or whatever the mask equivalent of an arse is. Yeah, I can't beat any of these guys. Let's have a look at... Oh, can I upgrade this yet? I need to at some point. Nope. I won't... Oh yeah, 12 hours. That seems reasonable. What the fuck are these things? These red mushrooms. I guess I can get them from Barrett. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, Oh, look at this. Candy Crush advert has changed. That's cool. Let's have a look at Barrett, shall we? Collect some of this stuff. I'll give it a go. But yeah, I had this idea for a sort of... Oh yeah, this does actually look more like the original Snow Go levels from Crash 2. This is kind of what I thought it might be. Sadly, I'm not riding on a polar bear, but I probably need a break from that anyway after the experience of getting the perfect relics on those levels in Crash 4. That was fun. I'm still not at 106% or even 100% on Crash 4 yet. I think I might be up to 90 by now. I know I've done all of the... Ooh, that's cool. I've done all of the perfect relics on all of like the normal Crash / Coco levels. not all of the ones for the other characters yet, and there's still a few gems I've got to get. So I think I might be late 80s, if not early 90s in the percentage on that, but I'll get there eventually. But yeah, sorry, I keep getting distracted by myself because I'm trying to play this game. So I did have this idea for like trying to remake Crash 1 with my own twist and taking some inspiration from some of the later games as well. I think people kind of picked up on that in like the demonstration mock-up levels that I showed off, and like there's still a bit of a question mark over whether or not I'm actually gonna attempt to do that properly. It kind of depends on like what my schedule's like in the coming months, because as it currently stands, I don't know where in the world I'm going to be living beyond like the next 3 months or thereabouts. Certainly, well, I'd say like by September I could be in either hemisphere. I don't know yet. It depends on what the situation in the world is like by then. So I can't imagine, I can't predict how much free time I'm going to have later in the year. Like by the time the level editor is hopefully finished and out there, and people are doing stuff with it. But like I think I was quite clear about that at the time when I showed off those levels. I said, I don't know yet if I'm going to do it for real, but let me know if you think I should. And as it turns out, quite a lot of people did tell me that I should. Then they told me not to do it exactly the way that I had, because all the levels looked too hard, and they really were. They were. I mean, it probably didn't look that bad. I think most people seem to think that the first level where you're escaping from the castle looked like the hardest, but seriously, the upstream level was I think it took me about 6 hours of solidly playing that before I managed to actually get all the way through it without dying. And I needed to get through all the way through it without dying because of the way that I hadn't really set up the checkpoints properly. Like it was intended to be something that you watched me playing rather than something that was actually playable. So in all of those levels, there isn't really any collision apart from the places where I knew I was going to be walking on. And the cameras aren't really set up properly, and there aren't any real checkpoints, and they're all pretty broken. So yeah, I think some of those levels were harder just to finish without dying than a lot of the perfect relics are in Crash 4. So if I did do it for real, I'd definitely tone that down a bit. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. It's something that I would like to do if I have the time to do it. And I don't know, maybe if I do go ahead with it, I'll rethink how ambitious it might be to redo the whole game in one go, and I'm going to leave this level because I've been in it forever and I'm getting bored. It's not actually that interesting. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I could just focus on like one island at a time and see how that goes. Ooh, I can watch an advert to double the stuff I want. I hope it's not for Candy Crush. It's not. I don't really like the idea of showing adverts. I should replace this with an advert for something that I've done, like the exact thing that I'm talking about, in case you don't know. Basically, everything that you think I'm not doing anymore because you haven't heard about it for a while is something that I am... Geez, shut up. Is something that I'm either already actually still doing, or something that I'm planning to do if it's possible for me to do it. We'll see how well it goes. I've actually got some trophies now, which is exciting. I wonder, how many do we need to get up to number 1? Oh, quite a lot more. That's not going to happen. And actually, number 3's pretty close behind us. So, should I try a survival run? I've got a few of these tokens. Why not? I haven't done this for a while. Because I wasn't allowed to, because I skipped ahead to the future and I got locked out of the whole thing. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You don't get to keep the mask in these, do you? So I think I'll dress as a chicken, just to make things interesting. Can you only do survival runs in this level? Because that's a bit boring, I think. I do like these, though. This is like the only time it actually feels like an endless runner. I like the survival aspect of it. It's a bit more random than the other stuff, like the collection runs and all the challenge runs and the gem runs. They're all the same thing every time. These ones, I think, are different every time. I think they're randomly generated. I like this sliding. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I like these survival things. But it would be nice to see them in other levels as well. I don't know what does this mean when a trophy appears and there's like an up arrow? Does that mean jump a lot? Does that mean there's a trophy box up high somewhere? I don't know. I never figured it out. There's a few things in this game that I don't understand yet, even though I've been playing it so much. They don't... there's a lot of things that aren't really explained, or if they are, I didn't pay attention. But I'm sure it's not important. Okay, I'm kind of concentrating now because I want to do well. I want to do well for the team who helped me get up to 5th place. Yeah, my name in that team, by the way, is just A. If you're wondering, I did try to make it ARD, but it sort of didn't work properly, and it only recognised the first letter. And then I just left it as that because I thought it was funnier because the team is called Ah. And my name was Ah. And I thought it was more fitting. So I don't think anyone who joined that team knows who I am. Even though I'm like a major celebrity in this area. No, I don't think I am. I think everyone's forgotten about me since I got banned from Twitter, so I don't have to worry about that. Shit, I'm not doing that well. I don't really know what purpose these other characters really serve. I also don't know if there's a way to play against actual humans, because it always says it's a bot whenever I've done it. I don't know, maybe you need like people on a friends list or something to be able to do that. I don't know if it's possible to have friends in this. I mean, if it is, then feel free to add A as a friend and let me know how you did it, but I don't think you can. Oh, Coco's dead. That's a shame. Before I got the hyena skin, I did usually use Coco in this game because I think the crash model is a little bit upsetting. I mean, it's better than the version that was like leaked a year ago when we first discovered the existence of this game. It's nicer than that, but I just wish for all of these games, like the Insane Trilogy and CTR and Crash 4 and this, I wish they'd stuck with the Skylanders design, because I think that is the best one of all the modern models. I think it's beautiful. And then I do like. Oh, I've won. Whatever happens, I am the last one standing. I do like the Crash 4 model, like infinitely more than the NST model, but it's still not as good as Skylanders. And I do mean from the game, Imaginators, not the TV show. I mean, the design in that is perfectly alright. It's just I've got a history with that version of the character. I've heard everyone's opinions about it so many times that I want to forget about it. What does this mean? What does this trophy mean? I don't know. I should have seen if it was possible for me to get any of the stuff, get enough stuff to beat one of the bosses, because I really want to see those guys, the elementals. I am a fan of the Wrath of Cortex. I'm sorry, I like it a lot. I think it's just as good as Crash 3, and in some areas I think it's better than Crash 3, and I just broke my neck, but I think I can watch an advert and continue. It's Candy Crush, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I do like the Wrath of Cortex, and I'm glad they've brought those characters back. I think it's a shame they weren't in Crash 4, like as anything more than cave paintings, because I think it would have been a good opportunity to bring them back in some form, but maybe another time. I mean, there's got to be a reason why they're using these kind of spin-off games like CTR and this to remind us of all these old, obscure characters, you know? There's got to be a reason for it. There's got to be something, like a proper game at some point in the future that's got Mr. Crumb in it, surely. And I wasn't really paying attention then, so I'm going to watch another advert, which is again for Candy Crush. Shockingly. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. I mean, I don't think the adverts are too bad in this game. They're not too intrusive, I think. I think you only get adverts like in that situation where you're basically getting an extra life when you die, or you know, sometimes you can watch an advert to speed something up, or double all the stuff you've collected like once a day, like I did earlier. I don't think, like, I think all the adverts are basically opt-in. You know, you get some kind of reward for watching them, and it's not like every time you finish a level you get an advert, and every time you open the game you get an advert, apart from that Candy Crush one that appears all the time. You know, I know a lot of mobile games are like that, so I appreciate that it's not that bad. I do think that the microtransactions are a bit horrible. I don't really know how they compare to other games, because I've never really looked at that stuff. And I feel like I do have a bit more of an issue with the microtransactions in this than I did with CTR, because like CTR, people freaked out about the microtransactions, but it was like you couldn't get anything with them that you couldn't get by just playing the game anyway. And like everything that you could buy, I guess the main issue with them was that you couldn't just buy things directly. You had to buy in-game currency and then hope the stuff you wanted would turn up, which is a whole separate issue that is shared by this game actually. But the point is, everything you can buy in that game with coins that you either earn or buy with real money is like purely cosmetic, right? It's just skins and characters and different cars, and none of it has any effect on like how well you do in the game, right? This game, lets you buy, oh for fuck's sake, it lets you buy crystals, right, which you can then use to buy tokens to do these survival runs, and then that gives you more of an opportunity to win trophies that can get you higher up the leaderboard and then eventually win more stuff at the end of the season. So in that sense, there is a little bit of a bit more of a pay to win element in this than there was in CTR. I mean, you can get five of these tokens for 40 crystals. You could get 3,250 crystals for $160. I mean, if you wanted to spend loads of money, you could get a lot of these tokens and get straight to the top of the leaderboard and then win whatever the prizes are for doing that. There is some other kind of thing you can buy. There's what is this? Bandicoot Pass. I don't actually know what this is. Oh. I want some... Oh. I just won a load of shit. Okay, thanks. What's this? Velo Crash. Oh my god, I didn't know Velo was referenced in this game. That's pretty cool. Why did I win that stuff? What's going on? What does this mean? Tier 1. Oh, I see. This didn't happen with the launch party, did it? Or if it did, I never saw it and I probably missed out on a load of shit. What's this? Lab Assistant Coco. Retro Space Crash. Right, so... This is the stuff you get when you reach that number of trophies if you don't buy the pass. And this, you can't see what I'm pointing at, but the right hand side is the stuff you get if you do buy the pass and you get that number of trophies. Interesting. So yeah, there's another situation where you get more of these tokens if you pay real money, which is, I don't know how much. I don't want to click on buy pass because either I'll accidentally do it or it'll show you my card number, which I don't think is a good thing to broadcast. I've got enough of these cogs now, which is good. You know what I'm like with my cogs. That other stuff should be easy enough to get. So that'll be good. I'm excited to see the Inferno Bazooka. How many of those do I need? I don't know, because there's no way to see everything in a list. Which would be a nice feature, as I said. But how long have I... Oh, I've been playing this for a long time. Oh, hang on a minute. I've nearly... Can I make a frosty serum? I hope so. Because I want that... Yeah, there we go. Right, 10 minutes. That's some juicy rewards for me. More trophies for my team. I wonder how I'm doing on the team leaderboard now. We're still number... Oh no, we've dropped down to number 3. Shit. Come on, guys. Where's... What's the name? Vegan Magikarp? Come on. I don't want to kick someone called Vegan Magikarp out. Get it together, man. Okay. Still, look at all these people who are really working hard. Bendan, good for you, mate. Good work. Crash, holy shit. Crash himself is in this. That's incredible. What an honour. Anyway. I think I've been going for long enough. I think I've annoyed myself. Look at this beautiful rainbow. I've annoyed myself with how much I've been ranting about nothing. Look, I can't get another crystal for a day and a half because I broke that as well. 2 days till I can get into Temple Ruins. Or I could spend 346 crystals. That seems to be the max. Because this one's... Like, there's a day between these two, but they both cost 346, so... I wonder how much that is in money. Oh, I can't work that out. $20, $22, $23, $4, something like that. Which is about £1, I think. last time I checked the exchange rate. Anyway, I think that's me done for now. I'm going to start working through these guys, reliving the Wrath of Cortex days. What other bosses are in this level? I don't know, it doesn't show you anymore. Oh well. I'm excited to see what's over here. There's a level over here, and then... Actually, I can see that. I can see the Great Gate. I don't know what else is. There's a boat. Is there an Insanity Beach in this game? Or is that too similar to Turtle Woods? They're kind of showing the beach on there. But I can see one of those boats. I don't know, I'll find out. And then maybe one day, these islands will unlock as well. Or maybe all of this stuff that says it's coming soon is never actually going to happen because Crash Bandicoot is dead.